Hello, everybody. Hi everyone, welcome to another live session. Okay, so for this YouTube live session, our classmates Mochi and Roni have chosen this paper for us. So we'll be going through 𝗖𝗓𝗧 Primary School 2023 end of year examination, English language paper 2 for primary 4 level. So let me start off with booklet A. Section A, vocabulary. Choose the correct answer and shake the correct over 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the optical under sheet provided. So in your examinations, remember to shake correctly and add the correct question. For our live right now, I'll just do this on the question booklet, okay? Question 1. The chef followed the blank carefully to cook a delicious dish of noodles. The chef, right, followed the what? It must be an instruction manual, correct? To cook a delicious dish of noodles. So it's food. Follow the plan? No, there isn't a plan to follow. Recipe, right? When you talk about food, you talk about the recipes needed. So if the chef follow the recipe accordingly, then it will actually be like a textbook perfect kind of noodles. So I'm sure it will be very delicious. Routine? No, routine is like a habit, like a daily routine to exercise. No, right? It is not the chef's habit to cook a delicious dish of noodles. Formula? No, it isn't a math nor science formula. It's not like an equation. It's more of a recipe. The recipe is also a set of instructions telling you how to prepare and cook food. So just be mindful next time you see cooking food or anything, you know that you need to use the word recipe. Question 1, my answer would be number 2. Moving on to question 2. Satellites blank high above the Earth's surface, helping us with communication and navigation. So satellites, they are high, right, above the Earth's surface, and they help us with this. So this might be a more complex term for you guys, but we have to learn it now, okay? Do they loop high? No, right? In a loop means to be repetitive, to go back and forth. So Cambridge Dictionary's definition for orbit refers to the curved path through which So orbit refers to objects in space, right? So satellites are in space, they are above the Earth's surface, and they help to monitor the weather perhaps. Then they will give us the information to communicate and navigate. So it's also not track, neither is it move, neither is it loop. Orbit is the correct answer. Okay, you must be familiar with these phrases. For those of you who are live with us on YouTube right now, welcome for our live session. Mochi also greets you. Feel free to learn and try out your answers on your own. Then you can comment down in the live chat, and then we can see whether you are correct, okay? We are all here to learn. Question 3. He was hesitant to try this new restaurant, but it's blank that the food was amazing. So at first he was hesitant, but then he realized after trying that the food was actually amazing, right? Maybe after he tried. He turned down. Turned down refers to like turning down the offer. For question 4, option 4. Turned out. Turned out means that it became, right? It actually turned out to be really amazing. So its answer is number 3. Turned off means or you switch off the lights perhaps, or turn off the fans. Turned in means submitted your homework, right? So they are not correct. Turned out. The food turned out to be amazing, spectacular. Yay! I wonder how good it was. Question 4. Mark's imagination enabled him to create many interesting stories. So what is it? Imagination. How do you describe imagination? And how does this imagination allow you to create such interesting stories? So the stories should be very moving or very maybe real life or in person, right? Let's start from option 4. Is it practical? Mark's practical imagination. Practical means that you relate to like relatable. They can relate to your own practical relate to personal experience or is suitable for the situation you're in. For example, your outfit is very practical for running, for example. Not really. Useful, means of use, right? Pure, not corrupted, no, right? Vivid. What does vivid mean? To be produce very clear, powerful images. Very detailed images. So because of his ability to have a vivid imagination, a very creative mind, then he also creates many interesting stories. Right? That is so nice. Question 4, answer is number 1. Moving on to question 5. During a blank, it is still important to respect each other's feelings and thoughts. So even during, perhaps maybe if you don't see eye to eye, it is still important, okay, that you need to respect one another, respect each other's feelings and thoughts. Disability, no, is when somebody is impaired, perhaps physically or visually impaired, that is a disability. Difference is when you have a difference. There is a difference between these two numbers, right? There is a gap, so no. Dissatisfaction, you are dissatisfied with the customer service. Or disagreements, right? During a conflict, when you guys do not agree with one another, do not see eye to eye. Cannot come to mutual terms with one another, there's a disagreement. So during a disagreement, it's still important to respect each other's feelings and thoughts. Okay? So even if you guys might not agree on something, you still need to respect one another, right? This is the basis of coexisting, of human nature, to respect one another. Question 6. Max blank into the bedroom so as not to awaken his baby sister. Max maybe walked quietly, right, into the bedroom because he didn't want to wake his baby sister up, didn't want to make too much noise. So my options are limped, tiptoed, roamed, and sprinted. Limped is when maybe you had an injury, so you had to walk with a limp, right? Limped due to his maybe injured ankle, maybe. Tiptoed, right? Tiptoe, walk on tiptoes. So when you're on tiptoes, you actually do not make much noise, right? So roamed. What does roamed means? Roam means to move about or travel, especially without a clear idea of what you're going to do. So you can say that the animals roam around the Sahara Desert, for example. And then for option 4 is sprinted, which means that you run very fast. No, right? You don't want to wake your baby sister up. You are not supposed to be running fast. So tiptoe is our answer, okay? Option 2 for question 6. Section B, grammar. Question 7. We shifted the flower pots so that they would not get blank the way of others. So we had to shift the flower pots, right? So that we will not the way of others. That means we will not block others' ways. We will not like cause disruption to others. So that we will not get in the way of others, correct? Yeah, so it is one of my options, and that is also the answer. The other options at, into, around, but because this is for a phrase, right? Get at. If you're trying to get at something, means that you're trying to explain something to somebody, or to get at something without telling them very explicitly. To get into means that you're boarding something, maybe you're getting into the MRT to go to school, right? Get around, so they will not get around. That is also not correct, okay? This is not a proper phrase as well. Get in the way of others. They will not block others, right? So they said to shift the flower pots. For question 8, in the library yesterday, Kelly and her friend blank disturbed when someone shouted. So library yesterday. Yesterday is past tense. Disturbed and shouted also past tense, right? And then who is it? Who's our subject? Kelly and her friend. It's not Kelly herself. It's not Kelly's friends herself. But it's the two of them together. They were disturbed, right? Past tense. So is and are out. It's also not words because it is plural. So it is were. Option 4 for question 8. Now for question 9. The girl blank frightened when the wild monkeys approached her. The options are is, are, was, and were. So what is my answer then? Let me see. The girl is one girl. It's not many girls. So I must write down first. Singular, okay? Frightened when the wild monkeys approached her. What is this? These are all past tense. They approached her last time. They are not approaching her now. Singular and past tense. So singular, right? So are and were is out already. And it's past tense. That means is also out. So the answer is number 3. Was. The girl was frightened when the wild monkeys approached her. Makes sense, right? Next one, Jacob blank the musical at the theatre next month, said mother. Jacob, singular, one person only, not Jacob and anyone else. It's just Jacob. Musical theatre next month, future tense. So it's not happened yet, present, right? So it is not a tense because it's not a simple perfect present tense. It is not attended because it has not happened yet. It is also not has attended. It is attending. It's a continuous tense. Okay. Question 11. Last Sunday, he blank an email to his cousin before going to bed. Last Sunday. What did he do? Did he wrote, writes, was written, or has written? Past tense, right? You must take note of this. So it's definitely not writes because it's past tense. It's not was writing because I don't need to know it's continuous tense. It's also not has written. It's just a simple past tense. Last Sunday, he wrote an email to his cousin before going to bed. Simple and sweet. So answer for question 11 is number 1. Question 12. While Alice and I blank a book, our dog began to bark. The options are read, will read, have read, and were reading. Alice and I. So I know that it is plural. A book. Our dog began to bark. So these two things is happening simultaneously, occurring simultaneously at the same time. It's a continuous tense. So I have the option of number 4. Continuous. And what's more, it's plural, right? We're reading. Yeah, the two of us. So answer for question 12 is number 4. While we were reading a book, our dog began to bark. It is not have read, right? It is not after we read a book, then our dog barked. It is happening at the same time. And they will not read a book when the dog began to bark. The dog barking is not a trigger for them to read a book, right? So this is not correct. It's also not read because it is not a continuous tense. It's a simple past tense, so that is not correct as well. It's a simple tense. Although read, if without all of this, Alice and I read a book, that is possible. But with this whole sentence, were reading is the correct answer. Okay. Question 13. Blank teenagers standing over there were chatting loudly, Mr. Tan told the policeman. So, teenagers standing over there. My options are this, that, these, and those. Teenagers. Plural, right? Standing. They were standing over there, that side. Not here. So not here, but there. Since it's plural already, I can cross out number 1, number 2. Remember, take note of this, teenagers. Because number 1 and number 2 options are singular. So it leaves me with these or those. Which one is accurate? Question 13, answer is number 4. Those teenagers standing over there. Because over there is not over here, right? So those teenagers standing over there were chatting loudly. So now we'll go on to the next page. Question 14. Bob likes durians, blank, not mangosteens. So what is the connector that I use? I have the options of or, but, and then. So Bob likes durians. Bob does not like mangosteens. So my answer is Bob likes durians, but not mangosteens. Understand? Question 15. Mary only needs blank more stickers to fill out the final page of her album. So Mary, right, is already at the final page of her album. So she's nearly there already. Nearly there. So she doesn't need a lot of stickers anymore because if not she'll overflow, right? So many and much is out. Leaves us with a few or little. And since stickers has an S and it is countable, countable is for a few, right? Then a little is for uncountable. For example, we have little time left before our plane takes off. So little usually goes with words without an S at the back. That cannot be counted. A few. She just needs a few more stickers, right? This makes sense. So answer for question 15 is number 3. Question 16. We packed so blank food for the picnic that we had leftovers. So, leftovers, that means a lot of food, right? It's not very little food because if there's very little food, then it will not be enough. But since they had leftover, so I'll cross out few and little first. Then it leaves me with many or much. So it is also a matter of countable and uncountable. So many is countable, much is uncountable. Since food, right, you do not actually know the exact number, the exact quantity of food. So we packed so much food for the picnic that we had leftovers. My answer is number 4, much. And for example, I can also say she doesn't eat much, or we had too much time left in our exams, for example. Okay. Many is for example, I had many stickers. There is for many. Okay. So take note of the differences. Great. So we have completed booklet A, the MCQs. Now it's time for booklet B. So, for section C, grammar close, I'll read the instructions first, read the passage carefully, choose the correct words from the words given in the box, and write its letter A to F in each blank. Use the word once only. As we can see, there are only 4 blanks, so out of the 6 letters provided, I'll need to choose 4 of them. Okay, 4 words, then write the corresponding letters in the blanks. And I cannot repeat any of the letters that I choose. So this tests my grammar, okay? Let us start. You guys can take a few moments to look through this passage. Then I'll go through in a very short while. Feel free to comment down your answers also in the live chat. Then we can see whether you guys are on track also. So remember to write the letters only. Okay, so let us come back to here. I'll be going through it right now. Do you have a hobby? Hobbies are activities blank love to do in our free time. So our, right? This is taking the point of view of all of us, our. So we love to do hobbies, right? Hobbies are things that we love to do. So it's we. We love to do these activities in our free time. My hobby is painting. So take a look at this. Since this point of view is our, that means I can use we. We for number 17, question 17. But here now, I'm talking about my own hobby. Blank use colors and brushes to create beautiful pictures. Since colors and brushes to create beautiful pictures, right? I'm still talking about painting, which is my hobby. So what do? The answer is C. I use. How do I paint, right? I paint by using colors and brushes to create beautiful pictures. Sarah, blank, friend, loves playing the piano. She practices daily. My father enjoys gardening. So it's all about the people that I know, right? Sarah. So who? Sarah, my friend. Not your friend, my friend, okay? D. Loves playing the piano. She practices daily. So my father enjoys gardening. He grows fruits and vegetables in our garden. So gardening keeps fit and healthy. What is your favorite hobby? So gardening keeps who fit and healthy? Is it keeps me? Maybe, but no, right? Because I don't garden every day. It's my father who gardens. So gardening keeps him fit and healthy. So let me see whether there's a him. Yeah, A is him. So gardening keeps him fit and healthy. F, C, D, and A are my answers. Should be quite good, right? Once you get the hang of it. Moving on to passage 2. You are told to read the passage carefully and underline the correct words from the words given in the brackets. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to look through this, then we'll go through it. Just out of the 2 words given, right? Just need to choose 1 word. Now also need to take note. Okay, so let us come back to this passage and we'll be going through now. A solar eclipse is an amazing event in the sky. It happens when the moon blank in front of the sky, covering it partly or fully. So, is it move or moves? It happens when the moon, singular, right? There's only one moon in our sky. So the moon moves in front of the sun. Oh, and through this passage, I think we'll get to know more about the solar eclipse. So that's cool as well. Covering it partly or fully. The sky turns dark for a short time. So same thing as the moon itself, right? The sky is also singular. So it turns dark for a short time. It looks like the sun is taking a nap. We need special glasses to look at the sun during the eclipse. We, it's not only I. It's only one person like Megan or Sarah. It is we. It's all of us. It's plural. So we need special glasses to look at the sun during an eclipse. However, it is an event that scientists love or loves to study. People enjoy observing solar eclipse. That's nice, right? So scientists. This one, is it singular or plural? Scientists, right? With an S, so it's plural. So it's not loves, it is love. Scientists love to study solar eclipse. So my 4 answers: moves, turns, need, and love. Hope that is clear. Okay, now for our vocabulary clues. Read the passage carefully and choose the correct words from the words given in the box and write as letters A to H in each blank. Use a word once only. I'll give you guys a bit of time to try this. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You're given 8 words, 8 letters, but you only have 4 blanks. So just choose one of them. Just write its letter, by the way. Don't write the word itself. Don't waste your time writing the words, and then you will also not be getting the marks, right? Choose the one that you think is the most suitable. Okay, so back to this vocabulary clues. Veterinarians, often called vets, are like superheroes for all types of animals. They use their skills to blank for furry, feathered, and scaly friends. So from our knowledge of veterinarians, right? They are animal doctors, so they treat any illness that our pets or animals might have. So they also maybe they will take care of them, right? So let me see the options. Oh, there's a care here. Let me write it down first. A. What about the others? Creatures, disease, generosity. To generosity for? No, right? Care for. Care for. This is a phrase itself. Kindness for? No. Mammals for? Provide for? Treatments for? Do they use their skills to provide for the animals? No, right? Provide for means to make a living, to like give them a better life, for example. No, that is not their duty. Their duty is to take care of them. So to care for our furry, feathered, and scaly friends. So yes, question 21, question 25 is settled. So vets ensure pets stay healthy through checkups, vaccinations, and blank. They mend injuries and offer comfort when these pets are unwell. So let me see. They stay healthy through checkups, vaccinations, and what else too? Maybe right off the bat I cannot think of an answer, but let me see whether I can find an answer from the box, right? Maybe through another thing like checkup, maybe. Let me see what's in the box. Creatures? No. Disease? No. Generosity? Kindness? Stay healthy through kindness? No, right? These are all actual actions. Checkups, vaccinations. So what else? Mammals provide treatments. Ah, see? And it's S, right? It's all S, so it's all plural. So more than one treatment. Treatments. Yeah, so pets also need treatments to stay healthy. Yay! So 2 down. And 2 more to go. Besides pets, vets also help blank found in the wild. So maybe like lost animals, right? So, okay, right off the bat, I see creatures as the answer. And there's also mammals. But no, right? Besides pets, it's very generic. Why must it only be mammals, right? See, in the start, we already know that it is furry, feathered, and scaly. So it's beyond just mammals, right? Mammals are not scaly. So I know that it is all creatures. So the answer for 27 is B. Vets also help creatures found in the wild, because in the wild you will see different types of creatures. Their compassion makes a difference to the animals. And it also teaches us the importance of showing blank to all living things. So here's a clue first. Compassion. So it's important to show what? How do we link this, right? It maybe to show care for the living things. But because I already have care at 25, so let me see. What other options are there? Yeah. So because compassion, let us see what is the meaning of compassion. Compassion also refers to a strong feeling of sympathy or sadness and a wish to help others. Strong feeling. Sympathy. Yeah. So if you want to help somebody, what other options do I have here? Which other words have I not used yet? Other than showing care, because I already know that for question 25, care is my only answer. So definitely, there's another word that I can use for question 28 other than care. Is it to show generosity? Or there's also kindness, right? In this case, why do you need to show generosity to animals? You should show kindness to them, so to prevent them from being mistreated, okay? So, for question 28, the answer is E. Hopefully you guys also managed to get this correct as well. So A, H, B, and E are my answers for this vocabulary clues. Now we'll be moving on to this two, section E, sentence manipulation, otherwise known as synthesis and transformation. So you need to rewrite the given sentence or sentences using the word or words provided. Your answer must be in one sentence. The meaning of your sentence must be the same as the meaning of the given sentence or sentences. Okay. So here it is who. For question 29, there is a who in the middle. So you guys can see how you're going to connect these two sentences. And then for question 30, there is a phrase at the start, Emily said that. So what did Emily say? Is it active to passive voice? Manipulation? Give it a try for both questions, then we'll go through later. Okay, so let's try question 29. So with the who in the middle, right, I need to combine these two sentences. Mrs. Tong is my mother's friend. She was at the supermarket a week ago. So how do I connect them together? Great. So this is one possible way. Mrs. Tong, who is my mother's friend, was at the supermarket a week ago. You see, I did not change the meaning, I retained the same meaning and combine these two sentences. Alternatively, I can also say, Mrs. Tong, who was at the supermarket a week ago, is my mother's friend. You know, I just took it around. So that's possible as well. You can change the sequence a bit. Yep. So that is also another accepted answer. So, question 30. I am going to the park this afternoon, Emily said. So this is active voice. And then now I want to change it to passive voice. How do I do this? You guys can share your answers as well. I hope that you have attended them. Emily said that remember to end your sentences with a full stop. Emily said that she was going to the park that afternoon. So at this active voice, this original sentences given to you, it is from Emily's point of view. Emily herself, she said, I'm going to the park this afternoon. But in the passive voice, we are no longer in Emily's perspective, but in the outsider's perspective. So as the author, you will say that Emily said that she was going, because Emily is a girl, right? She was going to the park that afternoon. Because of this afternoon. So that afternoon, Emily went to the park. I hope that this is clear for you guys. Yeah, and we have come to the end of our YouTube live session for today. Thank you for staying tuned to this session and trying to answer also. So Mochi and Roni will be going off now. Say bye.